Hello and welcome back to yet another video from Mattydtube, and in today's video what I will be discussing will be reading books, watching the series or the movies. Now yet again, this is not like a philosophical discussion or anything serious or anything such as that. This is just a general baseline video that will probably not really teach you anything about anything like philosophy or anything like that, but like it will maybe make up your decision, or like, you know, rather to watch a series or to read a book. Hopefully it helps in at least that. But I guess that's really the premise of this video, nothing else to really explain like any of these other videos I've done. This is weird because I don't normally do such light topics like this. Like, this is literally about if somebody should read a book or watch a series or a movie. Like, it's nothing serious, nothing big like the hate of the world, or like what was the other one? Natalism, right? Yeah, or anti-natalists, or anything like it should you be born. Like, those are pretty big topics, but this, you know, this is really simple, and I hope you enjoy like a change. It also gives my brain a little bit of rest because I legitimately just mentioned today that I mentioned many things today, but I mentioned a pretty silly thing today, and I just clocked like, damn, I think one of the stuff is fine. My brain, I need to like take it easy for a little bit. So that's what this week is going to be about, just taking it easy, nothing really big. Yeah, I mean, there was one decent one that, like, of course was like a proper discussion, but these other ones are basically about bad weather, insects, and reading or watching a series. With that all explained, I guess we can get into this video. Let's roll the intro per usual. Maybe I'll stick to the same one, maybe I'll go back to the old one just for this video, because this is a really well and relaxed video. Let's roll the intro. Back to this video now. Well, alright, let's start with point one. Yes, I wrote down points for this video. This is such a simple premise, but yet I decided to write points. And yes, I know I'm being caught lacking a little bit, but like these days I'm using my notebook a lot. If you don't see what the rest of the video, it's probably somewhere in front of me, but either way it will be used, and I just want to let you guys know, because if you see me looking down, like, he's looking down. That's besides the point. That's all unnecessary. Let's get into this video. Okay, first off, let's start with the adaptation. Normally, you don't adapt a movie into a book. I mean, it might be possible, but you don't normally see that. It's only the book that is adapted to a series or a movie, or the manga that is adapted to a series or a movie. It could be either one, really. But that's the thing. It normally adapts from a book to a movie, so there will definitely be changes in that movie. I'm going to take one movie that I love. Personally, I think it should have been a series, but we got a movie, and that is A Silent Voice. I mentioned this movie on my channel a little bit earlier when I was talking about teenagers, and I mentioned that I really do love this movie. But I read the manga not too long ago. I bought like all 7 of the mangas, and I read it, and I was like, damn, there's a big difference. There's minors here and there, but wait, there are minor differences here and there, but there's a pretty big difference as a whole. And I more enjoyed reading the book, and yes, you are still able to see and not imagine how the characters will look like, or what type of physical features they'll have, or if they'll like whatever they're like, and like make up a voice for them. That's if you read like a book with just words. In manga, which I'm going to be taking like a little bit for this video, but I'll be using books with just words as well. Like, but yes, it's just a lot better. But again, in the movie, again, I'm going to be taking Harry Potter and A Silent Voice for this. In the movie of A Silent Voice, yeah, you can see the coloring, you can see the animation is beautiful. You can see everything go down without having to flip the page, or when you flip the page you have some, I don't know, like you're drinking a sip of water and you spit out on the book like, oh crap, or you tear a page, or like a piece of it is just that's the downside of having a book. That's the thing. There are downsides to having perfection, but and then there are also downsides to for like a movie. It's different, and that's why I'm using the adaptation. And now let me this is a pretty big one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe it was Harry Potter and I'm thinking of the Philosopher's Stone, or probably in America you call it the Sorcerer's Stone. We don't talk about that. But what's and the Phoenix something? The Order of the Phoenix. Yes, the Order of the Phoenix, something like that, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matthew. Anyways, then the adaptation was it was something. It was, me personally, I'm just saying that they missed many things. I genuinely enjoyed reading that big ass book. I know it was one of the longest Harry Potter books, yes, but personally it was one of my favorites. And the way, I mean, yes, it's a long book, and you're gonna have to cut some things out if it's just gonna be a movie, unless you want to do like movie, I think it was like movie 6 part 1 and part 2. Nobody wants that, because like we got movie 7 and then part 1 and part 2. That was silly. I think the Order of the Phoenix was book number 5. That's besides the point though. I think it was book number 5 though. Like we have don't want to settle asleep. Anyways, that's besides the point. I'm losing track of myself. But yeah, that's how an adaptation is. It's normally from this story that this. If you read it at first, it's a great and beautiful story, and then if you watch the adaptation later, you're like, what is this piece of garbage that I'm looking at right now? Or if you watch the movie first and then you read the book later, there's still a chance, like for me, I mean, there's still a chance. I'm not gonna add percentages into this video, but there's still a chance that you enjoy the book more than you enjoyed the movie or the series. Yeah, damn, that was like 0.1 on like 2 books. Well, I'm probably gonna have to cut a couple points. You see, that's the difference between the book and what I'm talking about right now. Anyways, number 2, enjoying every page turn and using your imagination. I mean, when you read a book, you're going to enjoy everything that you read. It's going to be like, oh, I want to know what happens next. I want to know, yada, yada, yada. Like every page is like you're just reading something better. Or in manga, every page you look at something better and better, and you're like, damn, this is really like indulging me in this story, and it's something that I can just read like that. The thing is, with a book, I personally enjoy books more because you can read it at your own pace. You can read it at your own pace. Yes, if you look in the dictionary right now, they have changed the word pace into pace. Look, I'm joking. But yeah, you can read at your own pace. If you're like a fast reader, you can read really quickly. Even if you like if you're able to like read fast and like grasp the story, then that's you do you, I guess. But if you're a slow reader and you like to like take everything slowly but surely, and then like reread, me personally, if I like really like a line that somebody said, or like really like a couple pages of action, or like pages of dialogue, for example, if I like something that really gets to me, like I think pages like 58 to 69 of Naruto Shippuden volume 41, I like to personally reread that. You can't, unless you like rewind, which for me is a bit of like a hassle. Like I can't be bothered, might as well just continue watching for the episode. It's just it's just like, oh, let me just continue watching. You won't normally think to like, oh, let me rewind this. That's the thing. You enjoy every page, and like if you're a fast reader, you can read it as quickly as possible, and then you got that done and out of the way, you can read the next one. With the movie, you can't watch a movie quickly unless you put it on fast forward. Then it's just going, you're not really going to grasp anything. If you watch a movie in fast forward, if you ever have, it is not an enjoyable experience. Let me just tell you that for a certain. If you watch like yeah, and that's basically it. If you watch a movie in fast forward, it's not enjoyable at all. But yeah, that's how you enjoy every page. You can read at your own pace. This is just a bunch of pros and like little cons, which are basically that the book is a physical thing. And on a movie you can watch on like your TV. Yes, the TV itself is a physical thing, but the movie is just it's not a physical thing, I believe. I mean, it's just how it works. But with the book, since it's physical, you can like rip it, lose it, damage it, something happen to it, like the page is ripped. Me personally, I like keeping my books in like immaculate conditions. Like any like, let's say I've just done my hair or something like that, and like a drop of water just drips from it, I'm like, my book. Or like, let's say again I just did my hair and like there's some oil in there or something like that, and then I like, because my books are like always behind my head, like where I sit to watch TV, it's always there. So like whenever I like rest my head on the book accidentally, I'm like, oh crap, let me just wipe all of the stuff off. That's like a couple cons, but I personally think it's better to read. This video is like far from over. I'm only like halfway through. I know we're in 10 minutes, but I can elaborate more on one points than others, so don't worry about it. If this video ends up being 20 minutes, it's not necessarily my fault. Plus we have like the 30-second outro and intro, so you're welcome. Yeah. And then for the book, I'm sorry, we're still on point 2, part 2 of point 2. Yeah, I'm really going full on Harry Potter part 7 with this thing. But yeah, for imagination, with a book, not necessarily with manga, you can like imagine how they talk in the manga, and then in like, let's say I'm gonna take Naruto again for an example, and Harry Potter as the 2 examples for this whole video basically, unless I think of another book. They are basically giving you how these characters look like. You're slapped in the face that, oh yes, however you thought about this guy, it is wrong. This is how he looks like. And you're like, oh, that's kind of close to my imagination. No, nobody cares. This is how he looks like. But when you're reading a book, you can like, when they describe how the person looks like, you can paint a picture of like how that version, let's say, of Dudley would look like, or Harry, for example, would look like, or Dudley's mum. Yeah. Yeah, basically just using imagination. For a series or a movie, they're basically giving you like, oh, this is how the character looks and this is how the character sounds alike, and you better accept it, and your imagination has no say in this movie. We do not listen to your thoughts because we made this movie. You can bug off. This is how it is. I said bug off before any of you think I said anything else. No swearing on this channel. I don't think I've done that before actually. But yeah, point 3. This is why I write things. Right, let me explain this to you. But what was I doing? Alright, point 2, I put enjoying every page turn / imagination. And then for point 3, I wrote no imagination. Was I tired or something? What happened, bro? I call you like. Anyways, no imagination, basically what I've stated in the last point. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you've been, no, we have like one more point, but like, oh yeah, I basically also said that. So this really is the end of the video. Personally, just to be clear, I'd rather read. It's just a more enjoyable experience. It's something that you can like absorb yourself into the story. You're not watching like, if you sleep off reading a book, yeah, all your jewel is on it, but at least you'll find the page. If you sleep off through a movie, that thing continues playing without you. Like, oh, you sleep off, nobody cares. That's just how it is. If you sleep off during the cinema, you've missed a segment of that movie. That's just how life works. You've missed it. But with the book, if you're like, oh, I'm ready to sleep, let me just take a bookmark. If any of you like crease the pages of your book intentionally as like a bookmark, you just don't take care of your books, man. Oh, I'm just saying, like, for any of you who don't like reading books, this is just like an alternative to watching movies. And personally, I'll say it's better. I hope I've convinced you to read. But yeah, I know it's a drag when your parents say, oh yes, little Timmy, read a book or I will give you the whoopies. But what the hell? Yeah, or something like that. Like when your parents tell you to do so, or if your teachers tell you to do so, and you're like, no, I don't want to do it because somebody's telling me to. I want to read on my own terms, and nobody's stopping you, man. Just do you. I mean, like if someone tells you to do something, you don't have to do it when they ask you to do it, unless it's like, yo, I'm drowning, give me something to save me. You can't say I don't want to do it right now because you're drowning. I want to do it when I feel like doing it. That doesn't make sense. Like, but if you really wanted to read a book, I know, like, just about before your parents tell you to do something, you're just about to do it yourself, and then you just feel like, I don't want to do it no more. I get that. That's understandable. But nobody's stopping you from reading a book anytime you want to. I mean, like, it's not just books, like physical books. I know I said that. Physical books are like a problem because like they can get wet, they can get damaged, yada yada yada. But there are also books online. Books online. There's audiobooks, and then there's books online. So like, when I say books online, I mean like manga online. But it's just a different feel. I am going way too deep into this thing, and I don't really need to. This thing is legitimately longer than my philosophy videos, and I normally talk more about that than this. But this was just a really easy chillax topic. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next video for another relaxed video for this week, and then I'll go back to my normal stuff. This is just to refresh my brain. I'll be back with bigger and better topics later on, and I hope to see you in the next video. This looks like I have boobs. I'm just gonna, there we go. Hope to see you in the next video, and peace. Boom.